Alright, hey guys, I've had a lot of requests for another video. 3 years ago I did a routine video where I just kind of showed my favorite products at the time to help people who were wondering a general idea of what order to use products in for your skincare routine. The way I do things isn't right or wrong, it's just the way I do it. The number of products I use isn't right or wrong, it's just how I do it, and I film it once a year, hoping that it will help people who just really are visual learners like me, who get a better idea of how to lay out their routine by watching someone else do it. And that's the only reason I do this. I'm not doing it for any other reason to, tell you this is how you need to do your skincare routine or anything like that. This is just a general layout, and I don't use these exact same products every night. I don't use this many products every night. Some nights I might even use more if my depression is really getting at me and I feel like I need to relax more. I'll use more products and stretch it out and calm myself down. But so I'm gonna get started and just kind of talk through everything and hope that it helps. So usually if I wear makeup, I'll start with a point cleanser just to remove like mascara or anything. I don't wear makeup very often, so usually all I use is a cleansing oil. The manufacturer, there's the pure cleansing oil, this one here, and then there's a herb cleansing oil that is in a green translucent bottle. I also like that one, but both of them work really well. I just use one pump and I just massage it on my face. If I'm really taking my time with it, if my skin is really congested, I'll focus on massaging along my jawline and my cheeks. Those are the areas of my face that tend to clog up and break out the most. And I find that oil cleansing really helps remove clogs from my skin. I'm not sure why. I'm sure it has a lot to do with just the oil getting into the skin and loosening things up. I can feel that massaging warms up the oil, so I'm sure the warmth helps loosen things up too. But this really helps, so it's something that I tend to suggest for people who have clogged skin like I do. I'm just gonna rinse my face quick. I'm actually gonna use a rag. I usually don't. I usually splash water on my face and massage the oil cleanser off, but since I'm trying to get through this somewhat quickly so you guys aren't sitting here watching me for an hour, I'm gonna use a rag and just wipe things a little. I'll follow with a regular, maybe a foaming cleanser, but not all second cleansers I use foam, so it's a second cleanser. But the Cosrx low pH cleanser is probably my favorite. I have a lot of other favorites that I use. I'm drawing a blank. I post a lot of different ones on my Instagram. Occasionally I'll post what I've used for that morning or that night, and If you guys are curious, you can take a look at my Instagram. Or on my blog too. I post there a lot. Not a lot. Not as much as I want to. I planned on posting there more often. But just different cleansers that I use and what works for my skin. For anyone that's wondering, my skin is usually oily. I don't know if it's this winter or if it's because I'm over 30 or what it is, but I've noticed that my skin has been getting drier. I still break out. A lot of it is hormonal acne, but my skin is more combo than oily now, but I still break out. So keep that in mind with the products I use too. If I'm going to use a wash off mask, I'll use that after I cleanse my face. Sometimes I'll use it after oil cleansing, but I usually end up doing it after cleansing. Sometimes I'll use a peeling gel, and sometimes I'll use a peeling gel in the morning instead of a cleanser too. But this Manufactory Active Herb Peel is one of my favorites. It has little tiny grits in it, plus it's a peeling gel. I feel like it does a really good job. And then for pores and soaking up excess oil, I like this Innisfree volcanic pore clay mask. This is the super one, and they have a regular one too, and I find both of them work pretty similarly for me. But I'm not doing that tonight. So after that, I'll follow with a toner. I have been using this Manufactory one, the Galactomy Clear Skin Toner. I like that it has a spray nozzle. I don't know why I like those on my toners more or not, but I finally found the Aqua Licorice toner that I had been using. It's probably in my last video too. This has been my favorite for over a year, and then it got really hard to find for a while, and then I found it again, and I ordered 4 bottles so I don't run out. I just splash a little bit on a cotton pad and smear it on. This is my one. If you've seen my review, this toner is the one that I've put in spray bottles and used as a mist throughout the day because the licorice is really calming. And I've also used it as a cleansing water a lot. It works really well at removing makeup, mascara, eyeliner, foundation, sunscreen, everything. After I tone, I'll usually use some sort of acid, either BHA or AHA. I've really been liking these CosRX pads. I just started using them a couple weeks ago, and I don't know why it took me so long to try these, but I do really like them. Otherwise, I've been using the Stratia Soft Touch AHA. I don't use AHA very often, but I do use it because it helps lighten my scarring along my jawline mostly, but I have some on my cheeks too and some on my forehead. But I just usually, like, once a week I'll use AHA, otherwise I use the CosRX pads. After that, I follow with a hydrating toner. This is the SkinRx Lab Made Sarah Essence Toner. It's like a hybrid. I would consider it a hybrid hydrating toner first essence. It's very milky. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's thick and milky, and it's very hydrating. It contains ceramides, which help repair the skin, and it usually helps hydrate my face after using an active too. So I usually don't use a cotton pad with that step. I just apply it on my face. So now I just kind of move through everything, and this is the part of my routine where it either gets really long, or if I'm really not feeling it, I'll skip straight to one of these, the Cosrx moisture pads. And these are fairly new, but these are great for a short routine, especially in the morning. So I'll use one of those, and then I'll use a cream, and then I'll be done. Otherwise, if I'm not doing that, then I'll go to another first type essence. This one I really like, the Manufactory Galactomyces Niacin. This is somewhat hydrating. It's almost gone. It has a dropper. It's liquidy. It has an almost oily feel to it, but it does absorb really well. But it's helped brighten my skin a little bit. And I use Galactomyces in the beginning of my routine more to help things absorb better. And that's just something I've done for like 3 years now. It was something I had gotten early on. It was a Pure Best Galactomyces. But I really liked that, and then I kept using different products like it. So sometimes I use this. This is another essence, but it does different things. Horse oil. I've reviewed this essence too. This is another one that's a little thicker, but horse oil I've found helps with acne. I know some people think it's gross. I talk about it in my review on my blog about it. I'm not gonna discuss it here or anything. I value everyone's beliefs on what you use. This is what I use. And that's the end of it. This is another product that I really like, and I interchange with a few different ones. The Manufactory Ultra Moist Rebirth Ampoule. This is like a hyaluronic acid serum. A lot of people know that I like the Cosrx hyaluronic acid. That is my favorite, right up there with this one. It absorbs really easy. It doesn't leave any stickiness behind, which is something that I really look for. I used the Elizavecca hyaluronic acid serum for months, and I like it. It works well, but it leaves a sticky film behind, and it doesn't really matter, I guess, if you're applying things after it, but I don't know. I don't like my face feeling sticky, so I just thought I'd throw that out there. This has become a favorite. This is the Manufactory Vita E Ampoule. I I got this as a gift from a friend. She sent me a bunch of manufacturing products from Melody Cosme, and it's like I'm having a hard time. It's white, it's creamy, but it's like an emulsified blend of oils. It smells a little nutty, like plain roasted unsalted peanuts almost. Not quite. It's not a strong scent. But if I really try, that's what I pick up. This has become an absolute holy grail item for me. I'm going to be very sad if I ever can't find it. And it comes in such a small bottle too. This is a 15 ml bottle. But it makes my skin really soft. And it's really hydrating, but it's lightweight. It doesn't clog my pores. So yeah, I really like that one. Next I'll use an eye gel. This is what I've been using lately. I also like the Clavu. I apologize for whatever of these names I pronounce wrong. Like I said, I'm not an expert. This is just my sharing time. But it's a gel, which I like because my under eye area tends to clog easily. I get milia. So the gel is nice. I just kind of smooth it out a little bit, because I tend to probably use more than I should. But both this and the Clavu White Pearlization Eye Cream, they're both, for me, they're good at firming the under eye area, which is where I get a few fine lines. And they're also good for brightening up that area. It's great in the morning when I obviously look tired. It's great at making me look not as tired. Next, I would use an emulsion. I've never really found an emulsion that I really love. I like the CosRX oil-free lotion. If you are looking for something that I do recommend for that slot, I don't even use that very often. I use that more as a replacement for a moisturizer in the summer because my skin's more oily. So after that, typically I'll sheet mask, which I'm not going to do on camera. But after I sheet mask, that helps push everything into my skin. My skin is all nice and plump and hydrated from everything being there. And then I'll use this. I don't know if it was just my last video last year or if it was the last two videos, but I've been using Curology for probably almost 2 years now. And I don't anymore. I actually found that it was it was clearing up my face, but my jawline, my hormonal acne, like just along my jawline, it was making that worse. And I don't know why, if it was trying to purge it faster than my skin could handle or what. But it made my skin brighter and clearer for like a year, and then I just noticed it really wasn't working for me anymore. So a friend recommended this. This is the 23 years old, I'm gonna butcher this, but Bade Castle cream, and I know I'm butchering that, but oh, let's see, betaine salicylate and glycolic acid, and whoops, all right, my phone's about to die, so I'm gonna try and speed through this, but it contains a few acids, and it's a cream, but it's not a super moisturizing cream. So unless your skin is super oily, I wouldn't recommend stopping with this. It's a lightweight cream, and I use it on my whole face. It does sting a little, for me anyway, when I first apply it. But it's a low pH cream. It has acids in it, but it does an awesome job chemically exfoliating my face. It has helped my acne and my clogged pores tremendously. This is my 4th tube of this, so that probably gives you a little bit of an idea of how much I like it. And then after that at night, I'll follow with a heavier moisturizing cream or a sleeping pack. I'm trying to think. The Free Set Docu-Milk cream is still a favorite of mine, but it's harder to find. And the price has gone up everywhere. I used to buy it on Mimi Box because it was cheaper there, but it's the same price there now. It's $55. So I don't really buy it anymore. The Manila Co. What is it? Miss Flower and Mr. Honey cream. That is a favorite of mine. I've been using these 2 sleeping packs. The Cosrx Honey Mask is still a favorite of mine. I use it more in the summer because it's a lighter weight gel. But this is more moisturizing, and it has a nice soothing nighttime scent to it, like a almost like a lavender scent to it. This one, it's white, it's thicker, it's more hydrating. This is the Manufactory Aqua cream pack. And then this one I haven't been using as long as the Aqua one, but I like this one too, and this one targets brightening the skin. And this one is like a creamy color, and it's still pretty thick, but it's a little more lightweight than the Aqua pack. And I just smear it on. And then whatever's left of that, I just put on my hands like a lotion. So that pretty much wraps this up. If you have any questions, I will try to answer. I know nothing I did is perfect, but that's how I do it, and that's what people were asking me for. So I really hope that the people who were asking find this to be helpful. I'll link my Instagram and my blog in the comments box if you want to take a look. I'm not